Hi and welcome to my page. I am the creator of this particular channel, Set Free by God. And the reason why I have started it is I had this burst of inspiration that I felt like I had to act on, where we were all given an opportunity to share our story with the world and really just get rid of that lie that people are buying into, that believing in God and loving God is a prisoner, it's a crutch, it's all these negative things that the world is making it to be, and it's not. There are so many people that have stories of how God has set them free of addictions, of a lot of things. Everyone has a different story. And I want this a place to where we could all just share with the world. And so if you're interested in and wanting to post a segment, if I know you personally, call me or come talk to me at church. And if you don't, you can email a small clip that is, let's see here, you can send it to setfreebygod@gmail.com, and that would be the official email for this particular channel. And so I'm so excited to share a little bit of what God has revealed in my heart and has set free in me as a woman. And this actually was all inspired by a conversation that was sparked up between my girlfriend Heidi and I from church. And her and I we're the type of friends where we don't call each other every day, but whenever I'm in her mind or she's in my mind or in each other's heart, we will call and say, hey, how's it going, and have that type of thing. And this time around, she brought up the Proverbs 31 woman, how she strives to be like her. And to be really honest, to be quite frank, it had been years since I even read it. I think when I read it, I maybe even just, skimmed through it because I was a teenager and it didn't really mean that much to me at that time. I was still thinking play, having a husband, having children was only a dream. It was, in my mind, far, far away. It wasn't going to happen anytime soon. So, I kind of just flipped the page. But over time, listening to all these other women kind of explain what the Proverbs 31 woman was to them, I started to made my own opinion and my own image of what that woman represented without even actually exploring the scripture on it, which was not a good idea on my end. But because of that, I let those conversations kind of make me a little bit of a prisoner to being very ideal in my ways. And to be honest, it wasn't easy. It was so frustrating for me. And so when that came up again, I decided I'm going to read it because I don't know 100% what it says. Honestly, if I'm honest with myself and with you guys, it's a fact. So the next day, I actually didn't read it that night that her and I were talking, but the next day, I had a little bit of time to myself, so I picked up scripture and sorry guys, I'm getting a little bit comfortable right now. And I read it, and after I was reading it, I did this. How could I have done that to myself for so many years? And I drove myself crazy. And I think a lot of girls are doing the same thing, where you're not actually exploring Proverbs 31, you're not reading it, but you're kind of taking glimpses of whatever else you hear, and informing an idea of what it is, which can cause us to make ourselves prisoner if you're not careful. And so when I read it, I'm just like, how in the world did I get that the woman that's in Proverbs 31 is with one woman? That's crazy. That would have multiple personalities. So for me, I feel like he was loving on all women. All women. I feel like when you read it, I'll post it below if you're not familiar with that scripture. He is loving on the woman who's the stay-at-home mom and wife. He's loving on the single mom in this. He's even loving on the career woman on this as well. And I felt like such a dork for not exploring it, but I'm glad I did. And ladies, if you're one of those girls who did that didn't even read it and just kind of took it in, I suggest you read it and you explore it, pray about it, and I hope this really sets you free in the way that it has done for me. And now I feel free to kind of just enjoy the way God has wired me to be. We're 1 in 6 or 7 billion people in the world, and I don't feel like I was made to blend in at all. I feel like the oddball, and that's okay. And so with that being said, ladies, I hope that I hope you girls feel welcome to come and post what this scripture meant to you. This is not about who's right or who's wrong. It's just the way how it spoke to my heart. And I would love to hear how it speaks to you. And before I stop recording, I want to share my 3 favorite verses in here. And the first one, you're going to be super familiar with it because it's all over social media. It's, if you never really fully finished reading it, you probably scanned through it and kind of glimpsed at it. But this first one is Proverbs 31:25. She's clothed with strength and dignity. She can laugh at the days to come. That is just beautiful. But the 2 verses that are my absolute favorite, and some people will find it kind of like the oddball of the group of all of it, because all of it is so beautiful, is 30 and 31, where it says, charm is deceptive, beauty is fleeting, but a woman who fears the Lord is to be praised. Honor her for all that her hands have done, and let her works bring her praise at the city gate. That is gorgeous. That's beautiful. That could be any kind of woman. So my challenge to you is this. If there is scripture that you have heard from other people and it kind of tugs at you a little bit, or it kind of gave you that uncomfortable niche, I challenge you to pick it up and read it and really explore what it says, because I bet you will set yourself free from and understand yourself a little bit more. And it's good to, really respond to those spiritual little clicks that we get during sermons or whenever we have conversations. So I hope you all have a blessed week and a blessed day, and I am excited to communicate with you guys. Bye.